Good evening. Welcome. So excited for you to be here. I'm excited to show off these students and the concert choirs sitting down here and the bands you're going to see tonight. For our winter concert, I know we're all hoping for spring, but it is still winter till the 21st, right? Unfortunately. So the first song we're starting with is a very classical sounding piece. And we have worked really hard on this. When I handed it out to them, I'm like, just trust me. And I think they've learned to love it. But it's a tough piece. So this is Honor and Glory by Bach. Moving from some Baroque music to some folk song music. You recognize this. This is Danny Boy. one thing you're going to notice from this concert that you didn't see the last concert is my ladies, and you're going to see that with the concert choir, are switching places. It's not because I turn my back and they're going to stand where they want. It's because for this concert I challenged them, and every lady on the stage is singing a different part. For this we have 3 parts, so they're all singing the alto part, the first soprano, the second soprano on a song. The goal is to, 1, expand their range. The goal, 2, is expand their reading and their ear, because if you're a soprano, I'm a soprano, I can say this, you're usually the worst reader because you have melody all the time. So that was our goal this year. One of our focuses was we were doing that with our ladies. So that's what they're doing as you see them scurrying around.
So this will feature Nolan and Braylon on some percussion stuff.
Jambo, jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana, wageni wakaribishwa, Kenya yetu hakuna matata.
Jambo, jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana, wageni wakaribishwa, Kenya yetu hakuna matata. Jambo, jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana, wageni wakaribishwa, Kenya yetu hakuna matata.
Voice from behind you was Carlos Short. Raise your hand, Carlos. Jocelyn had the second solo. And featured our Addison and Joel on the percussion equipment. Give them a hand.
concert band, so you'll have to wait a minute for the lights to come up. All my tech kids are on stage with me, so they run back behind to do it. The lights will come up, we'll give you a couple minutes, and then we'll have the Lancer bands.
Oh, the cuckoo, she's a pretty bird. She warbles as she flies, and she never says a cuckoo till the 4th day of July. Gonna build me a log cabin, in the mountains, so high, so I can see my honey, she's walking by.
My name is Mr. A.B. Cunningham, and I have the honor of getting to conduct the concert band here at Lakewood High School. That piece you just heard was called Han Chosru. It was written by Mr. Randall Standridge, and it is about a red-crowned crane, a legendary bird from Japanese myth that's said to live 1,000 years and bring eternal happiness to all that see it. So a nice, happy light tune to start us off for the evening. This next song that you're about to hear is called Golden Dream. It is based off of a style of Venezuelan waltz music. So it's got a really nice dance groove. It's got some really beautiful melodies that you'll hear in all sorts of different sections. And it's got a lot of fun percussion parts that I think you'll really enjoy. This is Golden Dream. So our last piece tonight for you, before we have a little set change, not sweat change, for our Symphonic Band. This piece is called Chan Chan, written by William Owens. This piece is meant to describe a city that has since fallen into ruins. Chan Chan actually is the name of the city. It was a part of the Khmer Empire located in modern-day Peru. It was taken over by the Incas in 1507, and Chan Chan was the capital of this once great empire that's since fallen into ruin. So we're kind of taking a much darker turn and taking an opportunity to reflect on something that was once great and imagining what it would have been like to be there. So this last piece tonight is called Chan Chan. Please stick around for the Symphonic Band immediately following. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Medal of Valor by Steve Hodges. Our next piece, this is the Symphonic Band, our next piece is called Toboggan. And this piece is meant to tell the story of the sled riding version of a toboggan. I know some people call hats toboggans, but we're talking about the sled. And this is to depict a winter day, sled riding, and a snowball fight. And you're going to hear some very winter-sounding things in here. And I said the weather cooperated with us today. If we were doing this on a 75-degree winter day, it wouldn't be quite as effective as the snow we had this morning. So this piece features quite a number of soloists, and I'll have them stand to be recognized at the end. We hope you enjoy Toboggan. before we play our final piece, I want to thank you all for being here tonight and supporting the performing arts at Lakewood. We are unbelievably fortunate to have the community and family support over generations for this department and for our district. You can see how many of our students have participated in multiple events tonight. A lot of the folks in the choir are also in the band and vice versa. It's just a really great thing that we have going on here at Lakewood, and I never want to forget to remind you how that doesn't happen everywhere, but it happens here, and that's thanks to you and all of your support. We really appreciate all the things and the opportunities that you give these kids, and I think that they appreciate it too. Students, would you please join me in a round of applause to thank your parents for allowing you to participate? As you've been enjoying the music tonight, if you were able to grab one of our programs, you may have seen some QR codes on the back. Don't forget that the spring musical is coming up pretty fast and furious, actually. By the time we get back from spring break, it'll be right around the corner, so there's a QR code to get your tickets for Seussical. And there's also an invitation to our band booster meeting and our drama booster meeting. For a lot of our band boosters and drama boosters, they have graduating seniors. They're graduating, the boosters are graduating out of our program, and we need folks just like you to come help be part of what makes this program go. What does it take to get these folks in uniform? What does it take to purchase the music? What does it take to get the instruments and to do all the things that we do? That's what our booster organizations do. So we would really appreciate it if you could join us at a meeting. Drama Boosters meets the first Tuesday of the month at 7:30 in the choir room, the drama choir room, and band boosters meet most of the time on the fourth Tuesday of the month. This month, it's going to be on March 18th because of spring break. It's going to be 7 o'clock in the band room. The meetings are usually less than an hour, so come check it out. It's open to any family or supporter grades 5 through 12. One more little blip I am going to say for band. We are still looking for some cabin dads for band camp next year, so if that is something you're interested in, shoot me an email. No, Daniel, I'm sorry, you can't do it. No graduating seniors. So just wanted to put those two things out on your radar. Our final piece, and I'll tell you about in a second, but after our final piece, we're going to do yearbook photos. So at the end of our final piece, if you could, everybody make their way to the hallways so we can get our yearbook photos, and then students will be dismissed to find you and celebrate. Our final piece is called Allegria. And Allegria has different meanings, but in many different languages, and generally can just be, it means joy. And this is a joyful piece. It's kind of in a Latin style. You're going to hear some interesting percussion additions and percussion things at the end, including a few guest percussionists that you're going to have in the last part of the piece who are going to be sitting in various places throughout the ensemble. So we hope this piece brings you as much joy listening to as we've had rehearsing. To close our concert, this is Allegria.